Hi, I'm Ben Coles from Camping with the Coles, and today we're going to be installing this power tongue jack onto this travel trailer. Let's get right into it. Now, this installation works whether you're replacing a power jack like this one right here, or you're replacing a manual crank jack. It's the same process. To start with, you want to chock all your tires so your trailer can't move, and you want to raise all your stabilizing jacks, just as if you're getting ready for a trip. Back your tow vehicle up to the trailer and lower the tongue onto the hitch of the trailer. Then lift up the tongue jack so that it's completely off the ground. As you can see, it's not supporting the trailer in any way. It is just sitting here loose. The truck is supporting all the way to the trailer. Now we're all set to remove the old jack. So let's follow the power cord that comes from the jack. There is only one power cord, and we'll follow that to see where it attaches to the trailer. So we followed the cord to here, and this is a junction. Let's remove this. Now we can pull this through the zip ties and stuff that hold it onto the trailer frame so that it's loose. So now we have the power cord loose, just hanging here. We just need to undo these bolts to take this off. So that really was the only difference between removing the manual jack and the power jack. Manual jack, you don't have a power cord to undo. This one you do. The rest is exactly the same. So let's remove these. Use a 9/16 inch socket. Now you'll notice that I have this piece on here that goes around the power jack. This is for my bike rack. It's a Jacket 2-bike bike carrier, and this is the base for it. And the jack actually goes through this base. So these bolts came with the bike rack, so they're a little bit longer than the bolts that come with just the power jack. I'm going to save these bolts to reinstall the power jack over top of the bike rack. When the bolts come out, there is a lock washer and a regular washer on there. You want to make sure you don't lose those. Then you want to remove the bottom plate here so that this will slide through the hole. That's simply a cotter pin. And that comes off like that. You just want to pull it straight up through the hole. It gets a little tricky for me because I have the bike rack here. Straight up. And there it's off. We'll just wipe this down a little bit. Now I need to put the jack into the bike rack. Like that. And put the new power jack through here. And then align all three of these holes so that the bolts can go in. Put these back in. There, now it's on. Time to connect the power jack to the trailer. Now I measured the line. Actually, I just ran it back there and saw that it barely reaches. There is no connector on this end, so you can wrap that wire around the junction there if you want. But I'm going to put a connector on the end so you can put it on there properly. If you just removed a manual tongue jack and you are installing this power tongue jack, you might be wondering, where do I attach the power cord to? Well, what you do is you follow the black and red cables from the battery, follow it to see where it leads to. Here are the black and red cables from the battery. They both go into this junction, and then you can see in behind here, it might be kind of hard to see, but there is a jumper that goes from that junction box to this junction box. So we know this is fully powered by the battery, so we plug it into there. And that so happens to be the same spot that we removed the plug-in for the original power jack. Well, that's it. The installation's complete. It's a very simple do-it-yourself project. I just cleaned it up at the very end there, added a couple of zip ties to the power cord, attaching it to other wires that are going below the trailer to keep it nice and clean. By the way, this is a Lippert Components power tongue jack. It is rated to 3,500 pounds. That's what came with the trailer, and so I replaced it with the same thing. I know it's a lot cheaper if you go with a 2,500 pound tongue jack, but I wouldn't scrimp on this. You might think that the trailer weight or the tongue weight is only 700 pounds or 1,000 pounds, so 2,500 pounds is more than enough to raise it. But you have to realize you're not just raising the tongue of the trailer. Many times when you're doing your load leveling hitch and you're putting on your tension bars, you're raising up the back end of the truck too. So it's a lot more than the 700 or 1,000 pounds. So you want to make sure you have enough power to lift it all. You don't want to be underpowered. You don't want to burn out that motor. I'll put the description in the link below. I'll also put the description in for the Jacket 2-bike carrier. It's an amazing thing having it on the front of the trailer rather than on the back. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one.